Yo, what is going on? It's been a minute since I've uploaded. Uh, I just made this video once, but it was way too long. I didn't like it. I don't know, I just didn't like it. Anyways, I'm planning to upload more again. Sorry I haven't. I'm gonna actually redo some of my old videos that I never completed, like the shop system. I don't know what else. The admin thing. I don't know, but there's like a few things I never actually completed, and I'm gonna complete them this time. Redo them. But anyways, today I'm going to show you to make a data store, like a leader stats data store. So what you want to do is come over here and server script service, search for script, or you can just click it right here. Script, you only need one, not two. So what a data store is it, what you do is you're creating like a store. It's literally like a store, but for data. So you can store your data into. It's like a like if you have a desk drawer or something, or like a desk, something. If you like put your stuff in there, you're storing your stuff in there. You can open it back up, and oh, there it is. Basically the same thing. Or storing values, and then you can get it whenever you need to get it. It's basically what it is. So you want to start out by getting the service for it, which is data store service. I like typing DSS for data store service. Don't add this. I'm just saying D for data, S for store, S for service. Get what I mean? You don't have to type that. You can make this right here, you can make it this if you want to. It doesn't have to be the same. It's just you're gonna be using it. So you go to game, get service, data store service. So basically, all you have to do now is type in DSS, and that's equal to this. So this is basically now the same thing as typing game, get service, data store service. So basically typing this is the exact same thing as typing this now because you set it, because this is equal to this. So you're basically turning this into this. So it's a lot easier to use. And that's with every variable. Anyways, now you want to make a data store. This is the store that you will be storing your data in. So I name my data, or you can even name it data store if you want. I just like to name it data. And then you want to get data store service, which is DSS or whatever you named yours, and then get data store. So now you can get a data store, and then you want to basically create it. So I'm going to name mine coins data because I'm going to be making coins as the stats. And remember, you can make your stats any. And again, with this, you can name it anything you want. Don't copy mine, because if people know what yours is, they can exploit it and all sorts of stuff. But this can be named anything. This can't, because it's like a service. But like this, like if it's something that you can create and do yourself, it doesn't have to copy what I do. I'm just doing this for me. Now, if you want to copy this full thing, go for it. It's up to you. Now, what you want to do is you want to check when the player's added. So again, the players, Oh, my bad. No player added. So what this does is it gets the game. So this is the game, not players. So you're getting players, which is right here. And then there's a little like a function or like a thing that checks like if a player's added. If there is a player added, you want to connect the function to that player. So this is the player right here. And then after you connect the function to the player, code will run, and you want the code to do its own thing. Now you want to create leader stats. So to do that, local folder, because you need a folder to put the stats in. Instance not new, and then you just want to type folder. What this does is instance, so it creates a new instance, and it makes a new one, and it just makes something spawn in. It's like the same thing as if you go up here and you click part. Like if you go up here and click part, that's a new part instance. Instead, it's a folder. It's the same thing as going to workspace and opening up folder, except you're doing it with the script. Anyways, now you do that. Now what you want to do is you want to make the folder name, and it has to be lowercase. You want to make it equal to leaders stats. Not with a capital L, not like this. It needs to be all lowercase. Now after that, you want to set the parent of the folder. So the parent is like who owns the folder, who's parented to this folder. So like you have a parent, right? You have a mom, you have a dad, whatever. You're your parent, so you're a part of them. You're below them, but like you're with them. Like when you need something to eat or something, who do you go to? You go to them, right? Same thing with this, with the parent. When you need to get something, you go here. I don't know. Anyways, oh shit. And anyways, you want to go here, and you want to set the parent to the player. So this is the player, this is the parent. The folder will be inside the player. So now you want to create a value. for like your coins. So I'm gonna name it coins value. You can name it anything you want. Again, this is just for me. Now you want to create another instance on it, and you want to make sure it's a number value. Now what you do is you want to get a coins value in name. You want to change the name. It can be any name you want, but this is going to be your leader stat right here. So it can be money, it can be coins, it can be anything you want. It doesn't even have to be a currency. It can be people, anything. But for me, I'm using coins just for an example. So I'm going to be using coins for mine. But you can make yours any way you want. Then what you want to do is coins value.value. So the actual value of it, you want to set to 0, and you want to set the parent, so the parent of it, to the folder, because that's where it needs to be in, is inside the folder that's leader stats, and this is one of the stats part of leader stats. Anyways, now what you want to do is you want to get your data. So like type in save data. This is the data you're going to be loading in to at the game, like when you join. So this is data you're going to be loading into the game. So save data or data to load anything. Can this AI stuff stop? Alright. Now all you're going to do is you're going to go to your data store, which is data for me. You can name it data store if you want, but it's up here, whatever your data store is. And you want to do get async. What that does is it gets something out of there. So it's like you're grabbing it, like you're grabbing something out of that data store. Same thing. Get async, you're getting something from that store where you're storing your data. The same, like I was saying, if you have a desk or something, you get some out of it, you're going to get out of that because that's where it's stored at. Same thing. Async. Now what you want to do is you want to get player and user ID. So the player, so there's player.name, player.user ID. The user ID is kind of like what's above your name. So like if you click here, see right here, user ID. So like that's like your special ID. Like when you go to someone's profile and click on the link if you're on PC, it'll show. It'll be like, hey, this is the user ID. Like, anyways, you can look that up. And then what you want to do is you want to add a key. I like adding a key. You don't have to, but it's easier to add a key and easier to access certain things. So if you have multiple things, it's... Anyways. So mine's going to be coins because it's the value. That's the stat. So coins. Now you want to check if save data. So if it exists. So if there is any save data, then run this code. If there isn't, the code won't run. And what you want to do is you want to set the coins value that you just made. So this, and you want to set the value to the save data. And that's all it does. Basically, when they join, it'll create the leader stats, the folder, and the value, the coins value to go inside the folder. Then you have leader stats. And then local save data, whatever, that gets the data from the data store. Now, if there is any data for coins, because that's just how, so if there's any coin data for the coins and for this player, it'll then set the value of the coins to whatever that value was they left, or that it saved. Anyways, but also you don't need this. I'm going to copy it, do Control C to copy. I'm going to delete it, you don't have to. But you don't need that. If you just want stats like this, you're finished. But if you want it to save, okay, I'm back. I had to do something real quick. Anyways, like I was saying, if you don't want it to save, you're good to go. But if you want it to save, follow the rest. So now I'm going to paste what I had before. Same thing. Save data, coins, save data, send data. Anyways, that's all for this. This is the loading. That's all you need. Now we're going to do the saving. Same thing. Game not players, but instead of player added, you want to do player removing. Player removing. And then connect function players, and you're creating another function to the player. And this can be player, not a player. It can be literally anything you want again, but just name it player. And then what you want to do is the same thing. So now you want to create a P call. So what a P call is we'll go here. I'll create it first. So type success, or you can do just type anything. You can type passed or failed. I don't know, but everyone does this. So basically, what a P call does is, anyways, what a P call does is if there's an error, it'll catch the error. So like it'll be like, Like, let's say the player's data didn't save. Let's say the player left and it wasn't able to save. The P call will be like, oh, well, I just got an error. The player's data can't save, and it will give an error, and the rest of the code won't run, pretty much. Instead, it'll do something else. But if there is no error, it's like, oh, there is no error, then it'll just run success, and the rest of the code will run. So all you gotta do here is get the data, and now you want to set the async. So instead of getting async, you're setting data. So you're like putting something into the data store instead of getting it out. But you can get it out later. So all you gotta do now is type same thing, player.userid, but then you want to type your key again, your key. So mine was coins. If yours is something else, type yours, but mine is coins. And it doesn't have to have this little thing right here. It can just be coins, just like that. But I just like doing that. It can be underscore. It can be anything. Like I said, any single thing. People try to make you think, oh, well, it can be. It has to be like it doesn't have to. I'm trying to explain that it doesn't have to be exactly how you do it. It can be anything you want. It's like my big thing on here is you don't have to follow. Coding is supposed to be creative, not what other people want you to do. Anyways, make that anything you want. Now, whatever your data was, mine was coins. Well, not coins. Mine was coins. So now you want to get the player's leader stats. Remember, we added the leader stats into the player, and we added the coins into the leader stats folder. So to get that, you go to the player. Then you want to wait for child. What wait for child does is it waits. So like, let's say you load in, the player loads in before anything else loads in. That means the folder hasn't loaded in yet. So what this is it waits for it to load in. If you don't do this, it'll try to look for it. If it's not there, then it will give an error. What this does is it will wait until it's loaded, and then it will run the code. So all you want to do is this with leader stats. By the time leader stats loads, everything else should be loaded. And then you want to do coins, because that was mine, coins. And then you want to get the value of the coins. So this saves the value of that coins. Just do this. You'll hopefully, I'll explain it more when you go into here. So remember this right here: player, waiver child, leader stats, coins of value. Now after that, you're basically done. But I like to, if not success, then. So if there is an error, basically mean if not. Well, finally, I did some good. But basically, if not success is the same thing as saying if error. I don't know. It just looks cooler to say if not. Success. I don't know. Anyways, and then the AI did it for me, saying, "Hey, well, it'll warn that there's an error while saving data, and then it will give you the error because the P call has the error, but." You don't want to just. Anyways, once you you'll eventually understand it. But anyways, that's it for the script. It should work. Let me zoom out a little bit, because I remember before I'd be zoomed out like all the way here, and people were like, "Oh, I can't see," and now it makes sense. But anyways, here's the full script. If you want to copy it, the only reason I don't leave my scripts down is because then you just copy it and you don't learn anything. The point is to learn. And then one more thing I forgot to say at the beginning. You want to go to permit security. So click on game settings security. Make sure these two are on, or else it won't save in Studio. It just won't. So make sure those two are on. After that, you're good to go. And remember this: player waiver child leader stats coins dot value. So now we're gonna join the game. I'm gonna explain to you that. Hopefully you know what the client server is. But anyways, still over coins, everything. Now, as you see it, like I was saying, the player. So the player, I just joined, I'm the player. But it's not going to be, so but basically the player is equal to me. So this is my username, that's who the player is. So you're getting the player, and then their leader stats, like I said, that was the folder we made. And then the coins, and then the value. Now here's the thing that I see people make a lot, like they're like, oh, well, let me make a leader stats, and they go into their, or they do a tutorial and they're like, oh, well, let's change it, and then it doesn't save. It's because this is on the client. It has to be on the server. Hopefully you understand the client server. The client, only you can see it. The server, everyone can see it. It goes way more into detail, but you basically need to change it on the server or else it won't work. Because that's what the leader stats is. It's server sided for everyone. Anyways, change this to anything. I'm going to change mine to 999, why not? And then you want to go back to the client, see I have 999 coins. I leave the game. Yeah, I forgot, you can add prints. right here you can do print data loaded, and then down here you can do print data saved. Anyways, so as you see, print data loaded, and as you see, it's up here. Now if we change it, right? So we go back, and here I'll show you the difference. See, if I change it on the client right now, so if I change it from 999 to 100 on the client, yeah, it looks like it changed, but I leave, right? Data saved, and I rejoin. It's still 999 because it changed on the client, not the server. Now if I change it to 100 on the server, 100, as you see, it changed. I leave, rejoin, and it's 100 because it was on server. But anyways, that's it for this video. Here's the script one more time, and it's very simple, very easy. People say use profile service. That'll be a whole other video because it's a lot more. People say it's easier, but it's really not. I don't know where their head is. Anyways, basically this is simple, very simple. This is for one stat. I'll do one for multiple stats. Same thing, kind of need a table and stuff. But anyways, that's it for the video. Hopefully it helped someone. If it didn't, let me know. If you don't like the video, dislike. If you like it, like, whatever. You don't have to. I don't really care. I'm just doing this to help people. I don't want anything from it. Anyways, hopefully enjoy the video, and see you in the next one. And if you have any video ideas, just let me know.